Hello, it's me, Julian Greystoke. Sorry about the blinding white light behind me. The sun is setting, it's winter, that's what happens. Today I have exciting news. So hyped. If you've been on this channel for a little while, you've probably picked up on the fact that I have been writing a book serially over on Wattpad. That book is Adventurer Mage, a book that was initially intended to be sort of my therapy book, and honestly, I wasn't expecting to even get past 3 chapters. I was just going to start writing and stop whenever I felt like it, and I've already finished the first draft of book 2 and plan to start book 3 pretty soon. So, I mean, I guess technically, I will stop when I feel like it. I just don't know how many books in that's gonna be. But the first book that I never even thought was gonna get to the end, I have decided to go ahead and publish. Way! But to do that, I'm going to need your help. Yes, you. It takes a village to raise a book. You can be my beta readers. Those are people who read through a book and share notes and thoughts about how to make the book better. You can be a writer, or you can just be somebody who likes to read. Just throw your hat into the ring. And if you're thinking, oh, Julian, you probably have so many beta readers, that's not usually how it goes. So if you're thinking of not joining just because you think I have too many people, you're probably wrong. You should probably contact me. So, first of all, let's talk about Adventurer Mage, and then I'll talk about what being a beta reader for me is like, so you know what that process entails. Let me get the blurb up here on my tablet, shall I? Adventurer Mage is an adult fantasy book, and I don't have an exact word count for you at this moment, but I will put it on the screen that you might know about how long it is. Now keep in mind that while I am calling this an adult book, I think that teens could enjoy it as well. I just lean it a little bit more towards adults, and the characters are in their 30s, so they're not teenagers. That seems to be one of the main criteria for categories, is like, are the characters teens? Well, then it's supposed to be young adult. These are adults. That's the main thing you have to know. So let's read the blurb, shall we? Find your passion. Find your power. Mages have never been kind to Maeve. She chafes against the cruel treatment of her highborn masters and does everything she can to escape her work. One night, while she is hiding in the library, she witnesses her master meeting with a mysterious man that will set her life on a whole new trajectory. A cocky, injured mage makes her an offer of freedom that she would be foolish to refuse. But once she's out, what life could possibly await a girl with no family, no prospects, and a debt she didn't earn hanging over her head? The mage who saves her believes she's something special. Dare she follow him into his dangerous life as an adventurer mage? Dun dun dun. This book is obviously a fantasy. There's a whole new magic system that I don't think I've encountered one quite like it before, so that'll be exciting if you're into magic systems. This is a Victorian-esque setting. Of course, this is a magical world, so I tweak a lot of things. But if you are looking for a cozy, high fantasy with a huge emphasis on friendship, this is the book for you. One of the things I'm trying to do with this entire Adventurer Mage series is sort of bring back this idea that I think was around in like the 70s and 80s. There are a couple of books like this where it's just starring a couple of characters who are friends and you're just like, they're having adventures. So in this book, we kind of get to learn how Maeve and Valentine, who is the other mage, learn to become friends and their adventures they're in. And then in book 2, we just go from there, jump off from there. In book 3, there's gonna be dragons. So I'm very hyped. I hope this sounds interesting. I'm rambling. Let's talk about what being a beta reader means when you beta read for me. Over the years, I have been honing my beta reader process, but it is still ever changing and ever being tweaked. So if there's ever something that's not working for you and you wish I would do it differently, you can 100% let me know. And I think that falls right into the very first thing you should know about me is I am incredibly easy to work with. I have never had a single beta complain. There may be people even who comment below who have baited for me before and can vouch for the fact that I am very friendly and incredibly easy to work with. If you want to beta read for me, what you will do is message me on any of my social medias with your email address address and let me know if you have read for me before. If you have read for me before, and especially if you have finished, I will send you the entire book that you can get stuck into right away. If you've never read for me before, I will send you the first 3 chapters, and once you finish those, I will send you the rest of the book. This is just a precaution to make sure that you're serious. You might also be thinking, well, Julian, you can just read this book for free on Wattpad, you told us, and that is true. But even if you have read it on Wattpad, this book is going to include new scenes that were never seen on Wattpad and never will be. So in this version, you are going to be getting some scenes of the villain's point of view, which we never got in the version on Wattpad. So there is a reason, I feel, to beta read it officially for me versus just going and commenting on Wattpad. However, if you don't want the commitment of having to beta for me, you can read it whenever you want on Wattpad. For now, obviously when it is officially published, it will no longer be available for free on Wattpad, so. But when you beta read for me, whether you get the first 3 chapters or the whole thing, I will send it in a Google Doc unless you tell me otherwise, like some people Google Doc doesn't work for, but I will send you a Google Doc where you can leave comments, and usually I will ask a few questions at the end of each chapter for you to answer, and that's basically it. I don't know when this particular video is going to go up, so I'm going to put on the screen. This is the deadline for you to finish beta reading. You can jump into this, contact me basically anytime before this deadline if you think you can finish before this deadline. If it's like 2 weeks before this deadline and you're like, I can do it, contact me. And also, I am very flexible about the deadline. I understand that life happens, so if you get there and you're like, I still have a few more chapters, does she want me to keep going? Yes, I do. Just let me know. Just let me know. I am so friggin' chill. Same thing for if you need to take a break or if you need to stop. Just let me know. Anyone who has baited for me before will tell you that I will never guilt you or give you a hard time about having to take a break or having to stop, because I understand that life happens. Or maybe you just aren't enjoying the book. If you aren't enjoying the book and you want to quit beta reading, just tell me. That's happened to me before too. I've had a couple people who DNF'd and were just like, I'm not enjoying it. Can I stop? And I'm like, of course. Now, I will give you more instruction for the kind of feedback that I'm looking for once I send you your chapters, but basically, I tend to look more for larger developmental stuff, but some people really love to just like get in there and correct and line edit and stuff, and that's up to them or you if you want to do that, but know that those lines may be changing, so it ultimately might be a waste of your time to like try to line edit it. But mostly we're going for larger developmental stuff, anything that doesn't make sense, anything that grinds the story to a halt, characters acting out of character, loose ends that are not tied up, scenes that aren't working, that are dragging, that are going too quickly, all of that good stuff. And obviously I want to hear all of your harsh critiques, but also I want to hear anything that you enjoy, because knowing what readers are enjoying is just as important as knowing what's not working. If you think that that sounds like the kind of beta reader that you can be, please contact me. As I said, any of my social medias, send me your email address and let me know if you've read for me before, if you have finished, and whether Google Docs works for you. I think that's everything. If I'm forgetting anything, I'll put it down below. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. Like I said, I'm super, super easygoing. And remember that this now is the best time to help a book be better. Once the book is published, your review, your scathing review, is not actually as helpful as you think it is. You want to get in here on the ground floor to help the book be better. All right, I think that's everything. Thank you so much for listening to me chatter, and I hope you will consider becoming a beta reader for Adventurer Mage. It is a book that is very close to my heart, so I do hope that you enjoy it, at least some parts of it, and we can make it better together. All the links to my social media are in the doobly-doo, so you can contact me easily. And if I somehow miss you, feel free to poke me. I'm not ignoring you, I'm just oblivious. And you can also join me over on Patreon, where all of your donations go towards helping me self-publish books like Adventurer Mage. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see all of you again next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye!